okay, Grant?
Yeah, I think so. Robert, what happened? How did you find out?
8 years ago, the real Grant Putnam was abducted from his London hotel room, drugged, transported, and thrown over a section of the Dover cliffs.
Presumed dead.
In any event, left for dead.
Anyway, some fishermen found him, hospitalized him. He later turned up in a mental hospital where he spent 8 rather traumatic years as a mute.
He couldn't communicate at all?
Well, Fall had given him a bad case of amnesia.
A newspaper article about you and the events here in Port Charles finally triggered his memory.
Are you telling me he's coming back?
Suppose that'll be up to him.
The point is, you can no longer use his name.
Look, we've talked about this, and we're suggesting you go back to using Andre Chernin. I mean, after all, it's your name.
No, I can't do that, Robert. I've got to consider Celia. She hates that name. We both do.
Grant, you don't have much choice.
No, I can't. I won't do it. I refuse to do it. Robert, don't you understand? I am Grant Putnam. I have been Grant Putnam for the last 8 years.
No one's denying that. It's just the name. It doesn't have to affect the rest of your life.
If I could make a suggestion...
Somebody better make a suggestion, Mr. Jackson.
Let the government give you a new name, a new identity. It'll be a second chance for you, a whole new life for you and Celia.
No, we can't. That's impossible.
I don't see that you have much choice. It's the other man's name. You have no right to it.
Mr. Jackson, my wife's relatives, her family are all here in this community. Things were finally beginning to go back to normal. We can't just pack up and move away. Robert.
Look, I'm sorry to have to go along with him. But he's right. Your days as Grant Putnam are over.
Be at the bottom of the barrel already.
If you would just tell us what you want to hear, I think we can play it then, all right?
The experimental number was okay. Your hard stuff is adequate. The ballad has potential, but your delivery was sloppy. Forget the country. And your blues were laughable.
Laughable?
You want to give us a point for diversity? It's a world of specialization, Amy. You've got to have your own sound, or they'll lump you with all the rest.
So?
So what?
So you've been listening to us for a long time now. What is the verdict here?
Not great, but not terrible either.
Well, I think coming from you, that's a compliment.
Not bad as a compliment.
Listen to me. Before we play any other tunes here, I want to know what you think, okay?
Not bad. Then that means that... It means that I'm thinking about it. Blackie, could we have a word alone for a moment?
Yeah, take 5, guys.
It may take 10.
10, 20, whatever you say. Take, go get a burger and bring me back, all right? Thank you. So what do I sign?
First, just sit. There are a few things that I want to explain.
5, 6. That's good. That's good. Use your strength. Step out. And hold. Excellent. Excellent.
Okay.
Real good. Nice. We'll take a short break.
Okay, I can use it.
Hello? Yes, Mrs. Hughes. Well, I'm in the middle of a class. No, that's all right. We're on a short break. I see. Yes. Yes, things do come up. A lot of money? Well, you could say that, but weighed against the knowledge you're receiving, I think you'll see it's well worth the investment. Installments? No, I'm afraid that wouldn't be possible. You see, the payment is more than just strength of the commitment. Now, I can lead people to dance, but I can't give them the desire. That you must bring with you. Yes, yes, along with the 150. All right. You talk to your husband and let me know. I realize that, Mrs. Hughes. Yes, I know. Very good, then, Mrs. Hughes. Goodbye. How do we feel? Rested?
Yes, I could go all day.
Yes, if we only had it. Shall we continue? All right, same thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and. Good. Move. And. Good, stay with me.
Okay.
Walk, 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 turn. There you go.
Oh,
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
we'll start again.
How's that?
Excellent. Well, I'm sorry, Miss McTavish, but I'm afraid we're out of time.
Already?
Yes. Goes by in the blink of an eye. Huh?
Oh, can't say I'm not tired. How did I do?
You have to ask?
Well, it felt all right.
It was more than all right. You were excellent. No, I'm serious. Rarely do I ever see so much natural ability. Are you sure you haven't had professional training?
Well, like I said before, just a few classes when I was a child.
Well, then you either have an excellent memory or you have even more natural ability than I'd first assumed.
Beginner's luck, I suppose.
That must be it. There it goes again. Hello? Mrs. Brenner, how are you? You do? Well, I'll tell you what. I've got an opening this afternoon. How about if we start then? You know about the payment? Yes. Yes, preferably cash. That's fine. I'll see you then, Mrs. Brenner. Goodbye. Never ends.
Lucky for you, this must be a profitable business.
Hardly. Most of the money goes right back into the studio. No, no, no. I do it for the love. Theater is my life. You know, once a long time ago, I had all of the potential to become a superstar.
What happened?
Had to quit. An injury. So I couldn't make the commitment. The commitment that you made today.
You really think I have a chance?
By this time next year, your name will be on the lips of every theater goer from Broadway to London.
How can you be so sure?
It's like a sense I have. You know, something I was blessed with, like ESP.
I'd better go and change, otherwise my head will swell so big I won't be able to take the sweater off.
Wait.
Yes?
I have a proposition for you.
What kind of proposition?
One I believe will make you very happy.
It's a theory I've had for years. People never change. Oh, they move backwards, forwards, sideways, but basically the personality stays the same.
Well, Ralph, perhaps then I'm the exception to your theory.
Ah, you haven't changed. A little quieter than I remember, a little more subdued, but still a straightforward kind of guy.
With 8 years to catch up on.
Ask away. I still see the old gang occasionally. Grant, last summer, we spent a week in Maine on the beach. Beer and lobster on the beach. Everyone had such a great time, it'll probably become an annual event.
What about Celia?
Yeah, I saw her occasionally.
In London?
Once in Paris. She was living there. That's where...
More coffee, gentlemen.
No, thanks.
I'm fine, too.
Where was I?
You were just saying that Celia lived in Paris.
Right across the channel. Grant. I mean, the imposter, he looked her up over there.
He visited her?
Well, whenever he got a weekend off, which wasn't very often.
Then you're saying they were in love?
Yes, I thought you knew.
I knew that they were married.
Well, doesn't it stand to reason that they'd be in love?
I suppose so. But you know, Ralph, people do get married for reasons other than love. Celia and I were teenage boyfriend and girlfriend, but that it would end in marriage, I didn't know.
And you're wondering if you would have married her if he hadn't.
I did marry her.
Ah, you mean the imposter did?
Grant Putnam did, and that's my name. Ralph, I wonder what would happen if I were to suddenly reappear and claim Celia for myself.
You can't be serious.
No, of course I'm not serious. Still, it's an interesting concept. The idea of one man becoming another.
Well, if that didn't give you an identity crisis, I don't know what would.
Why would I have one? It would be he with the identity crisis. I know who I am.
Then I'm sure he's aware of who he is, too.
That just leaves Celia.
Are you going to contact her?
It's a very good question, Ralph.
And the answer?
I don't know yet.
How do you write songs? This one, for example. How'd you write it?
Oh, no, I guess you just sat down and wrote it.
Your mind was a complete blank?
No, it wasn't a complete blank. I guess, I don't know, I like to imagine things.
What kind of things?
Well, let's see, with this, I remember, it was when I was real broke, and it was late one night, and I don't know why, but I went down to the river, and I was kind of staring down the river there, and it was cold, I remember. And it was the weirdest thing. The moon was shining real bright, and I saw this doll float by. And at first I thought it was real, you know, and then I wanted to jump in and save it and everything. But the way the moon hit the eyes, it was just real spooky.
So's the song.
Well, that's the whole idea, isn't it? Putting out your emotions in words and music.
Well, not many people can. They can express themselves in words, but not music. It's a very special gift.
Thank you.
I didn't say you had it.
Well, you telling me that
you have potential. But it'll be a long time.
Stop talk for letting me do.
Nobody's saying no.
Well, you're not exactly saying yes here, Stephie.
It's tough out there. The competition isn't fair. Trying to sell you out. You know, slap you down with it. 5%. But to a lot of people.
You know this guy, you Blackie?
Well, it... Well, I can't even guarantee that.
Yeah, but I've got a better chance with you than without you, don't I?
This is true.
So do we go out and celebrate, or do I look for a new manager?
I'll see what I can do.
really have that much faith in me?
I've seen your work. Going at this snail's pace would only do you harm.
I don't mind.
I must insist. The first few lessons are too elementary for you. We'll go on to the more advanced work starting next lesson.
In other words, I only have to have 8 classes?
The sooner you're through here, the sooner you'll be center stage. Of course, the price will remain the same.
Of course, whatever. I'm just so excited. The thought of actually being in a Broadway show.
Not being in, starring in. You have to start thinking positively.
Mr. Hannibal, I don't know how to thank you.
Just give me your best. That's all I ask.
Next week, same time?
I'll be here.
I can't wait to get back and tell my aunt all about this. She'll be so proud. Bye.
Bye-bye.